Good morning, dear students. This is Dr. Amit Alexander Charan, your science teacher of class 8th. So, just going to the part 2nd of chapter 1st, crop production and management. We have already seen the introduction of the chapter plus 2 points. Now, we will see the third point, which is adding manure and fertilizers. So, the substances which are added in the soil in the form of nutrients, which are very helpful and healthy for the growth of plants, those are known as manures or fertilizers. So what are manures? First will come what are manures. So they are decayed organic substances. Okay, organic, these are natural. Living, organic word came from living, non-organic are non-living substances. So organic substances which are obtained from the decomposition of plant or animal waste, right? So what does manure do? Manure, हिंदी में हम manure को कहते हैं खाद. Okay, which you have seen your gardener, or which you have seen your daddy working in the garden and they are using khad or manure. So these manure, they help to make the soil spongy, soft, fluffy, and also help the soil to retain water, There are basically three types of manures. One is FYM, farm yard manure, which consists of cattle dung, animal urine, remnants of straw and farmyard waste. It is generally brown in color, so that is why it is also known as brown manure. Second is green manure. It consists of green plants, that is why it is known as green manure, and generally leguminous plants like pulses, peanuts, all those plants which actually help in fixing the nitrogen in the soil, they are used. Third is compost. Compost, it is also manure which is obtained by decomposition of dead plants and animal waste. So there are few advantages of manures, like they are available almost free, very low cost. They help as soil conditioner because they help to retain water. They contain good amount of nutrients, organic and inorganic. They increase the water holding capacity of the soil, and they help the soil in making them airy and porous. Porous means cheddar, airy means havadar, and through which exchange of gases takes place. So now we come to fertilizers. What are fertilizers? Fertilizers, I told you, these are chemical substances. Manures are purely organic. Fertilizers are purely inorganic. Generally fertilizers are inorganic. But nowadays chemical fertilizers are not in use much, but organic fertilizers are also used, which are rich in particular nutrient, like they can be rich in nitrogen. So they are known as nitrogenous fertilizers. If they are rich in phosphorus, they are known as phosphatic fertilizers. If they are rich in potassium, they are known as potash fertilizers, right? Then the fourth point comes, then you can see the differences between manure and fertilizers, you can write in your own words. Then fourth point comes irrigation. Irrigation, Hindi mein we call it sichai, pani lagana, sichai. So the supply of water to crops at different intervals is known as irrigation. It varies from crop to crop, soil to soil, season to season, right? So various sources of irrigation, how can you give water to your plants, is wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, canals. In the house, how do you give the water? It depends on you. You can think over it. So there are few methods of irrigation. First is traditional method or conventional method. Purana tarika kya hai? In which cattle or human labor is used. This is manual method generally, like moat, chain pump, dhekli, rahat. Some examples are then given, like liver system, pulley system, ये example दिए हुए हैं. Second is modern method of irrigation, in which water is equally distributed in the field. Then comes sprinkler system. पानी को छीटे करके sprinkle करना है, फैलाना है, in which perpendicular pipes are used with nozzles. छोटे छोटे छेददार nozzles होते हैं, through which the pipe they sprinkle the water, and it is generally useful in sandy soil. Another is drip irrigation, in which water is fall drop by drop exactly near the roots of the plants. and it is very economical. The wastage of water is almost zero, and this is used for fruit and flowering plants. Another is furrow irrigation. Furrow means nali, in which channels or furrows are made between the rows of the crops. You can see the photograph is there. And then is the basin irrigation, which is generally used for rice or paddy crop, in which the plant is completely waterlogged, so that good amount of water is needed. Then fifth point comes protection from weeds. Unwanted plants, as I told you earlier, are known as weeds, which are not needed with your crop plant. Those are known as weeds. So what the weeds do, they are very harmful in nature. Some weeds are harmful in nature. Otherwise, weeds, they generally have a competition with your plant, so that water, nutrients, space, light, everything can be withered, everything can be stopped with your plant. And if you remove the weeds, the process is known as weeding. So how the weeding is done? First is manual, in which through your hands you can remove the weeds. Second is mechanical, through khurpi or a trowel or a sickle, hasiya, or a harrow used or else some seed drill. Seed drill, what is seed drill? I have told you in the first part. It can be used. Then chemical method, in which chemicals like 2,4-D, right? 2,4-D is used to kill the weeds, but this is harmful method, and generally those farmers, those who kill the weeds through 2,4-D, they cover their mouth, nose, eyes, like you are using a face mask nowadays. Then sixth point come harvesting. What is harvesting? Harvesting in Hindi it is called as katai. So cutting and gathering of matured food crops is known as harvesting, and the harvested seeds are known as produce. And like for example, in Rabi, wheat is generally harvested during March or April, and in rice, which is a kharif crop, it is harvested during September and October. And there is a machine which you can also use for harvesting, which is known as harvester. Apart from harvesting, there is a process which is followed by harvesting, which is known as threshing, and the process of separating grains from the harvested crop is known as threshing. And on the left side of the picture you can see the farmer is doing the threshing, but there is also mechanical thresher on the right hand side of the picture, red color. It is used for threshing. Winnowing is means removal of chaff, भूसी को दाने से अलग करना. With the help of wind energy, it is known as winnowing. So the chaff is blown away and the seeds, they are fallen onto the ground due to gravity. And next, last point is storage, in which the farmers, they store the grains for us, for human beings, and chaff for animals, bhusa जानवरों के लिए, for use. So storage is done at domestic level. So you have seen big containers, tin containers or jute bags, जिसे बोरा कहते हैं. So storage is done in those things. But at commercial level, at trade level, it is done with the help of FCI, Food Corporation of India, and state warehousing corporations, in which they are stored in big there are big godowns where these food grains are stored. Last point is food from animals. Animals, they also serve food like chicken, mutton, fish. All those animals, they serve as food. So animals which are reared at home or farms, so that they can provide food, when it is done on a large scale, it is known as animal husbandry, right? So students, these are your tick the correct answer. Objective type, please see to it. You have to do. I have left 4th and 5th for you. You have to do it. Otherwise, you can see the fill in the blanks, true and false, everything is given. Now comes the D point, answer the following questions. All these 8 questions I want in your fair copy, and please click the photograph of these 8 questions and send to me. God bless you all, and please be safe in your houses. God bless you, students.